G'day everybody, welcome back to the second series and the last series of this split. EVOS is taking on Cerberus to close us out in what is possibly the most important series either of those teams have ever played. Just kidding, this means literally nothing.
Yep, indeed. There's only one player who wants to play the series, and that's Zorn. He wants to get his double MVP and get that MVP trophy for him. I'm not sure if EVOS will give him the spotlight. Let's see if they draft something interesting around jungle and want to give him the MVP points. If not, maybe we get some meme compositions. What do you want to see? What's the number one meme composition you want to see in this?
I'd like to see some Garen. I think Garen is the new hot meme.
Yeah.
Or maybe some Soraka Smite top. That'd be fun. Or like all the classic, just some TFT comps.
Yeah.
I will genuinely be disappointed if the teams play standard, because when we say this means nothing, we mean it. This means literally nothing. EVOS cannot mathematically make playoffs, no matter what, and Cerberus cannot get out of relegation, no matter what.
They can't even get out of last place, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
they can't even play for a better positioning.
No. Yeah, they guaranteed come last. So I mean, we just want them to have some fun because this is a completely pointless series.
Yeah,
it's a dead rubber.
It's an interesting way to close out the season. Obviously, you want the hype last match. I mean, we yesterday had a great last series to decide first place, and we had a very interesting first series today. I think I was positively surprised by FTW, and they won the series, got out of relegation zone. So cool to see that. Now we're in this one, and I'm just thinking about what's the hardest TFT comp to pull off on the Rift. Might lean towards Rangers.
And to actually win a game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely Rangers.
Rangers.
Like, you've got, I mean, there's only 4 of them.
I mean, you can just add Sivir, right? Sivir should be Ranger as well.
Yeah, exactly. But you can add Sivir. But then you have no melee.
Yeah, exactly. No tankiness, no melee. Oh, man.
You are literally just 5 ADC.
I'd like to see EVOS stomp Cerberus with a full Ranger comp.
I think Cerberus might be able to handle the full Rangers, but we'll find out.
You think so?
I think one that could be fun would be Blade Masters.
Yeah. There's a lot of options as well for Blade Masters, right?
Yeah.
What do we have?
Like,
also, you could just build Blade of the Rune Kings, and then you have the Blade Masters anyway.
That would be really funny if they pick someone else and go first item Blade of the Rune King.
That would be great.
Go Assassins. Pick up
Assassins
Pike,
would be hard as well. Yeah.
Pike, Zed, Akali, Kha'Zix, and
Rengar.
I don't know, pick another one. Rengar, yeah.
Rengar carry. I'd like to see some non-TFT related comps, something like a full support the Master Yi. I'd like to see a Master Yi from Zorn. Imagine that! Zorn comes in here with the chance to get the MVP points, and they give 4 supports and Master Yi, and he gets the MVP. That would be great. Please give me that.
If they win that game, he is MVP, right?
Yeah.
If they do that game,
pretty sure,
he has to be MVP.
Okay, we're into Champion Selected. It looks very standard so far. So
yeah, the bans are looking standard, unfortunately, and I don't think they're spelling anything because I don't think any words start with RT or YS.
RT. Yumi and Salas banned, very standard blue side bans. Lee seems to mean business here today. Let's see what Bot 1 can bring us with the first pick. Well, that's not very exciting.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit disappointing, honestly. Jace being picked up, he's not in TFT. Are they just going to play standard here? I should have gone to bed.
Success is back in, so at least that's exciting. The first game, he didn't really have a whole lot of success, didn't live up to his name. His team lost.
He certainly did not.
Come on. Give us some interesting matchups at least. If you want to play standard, no Azir. If we get Azir Corki, we'll just.
Can we just call the stream?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Azir Corki. Can we just go to bed? But Aatrox and Kai'Sa being locked in, it definitely doesn't look like anyone's going for too big of a meme, and definitely not
Wait,
TFT.
EVOS could go a Hextech, right?
Is Hextech's not out yet? That doesn't count. But they could.
It still counts. It still counts.
It still counts. It still
What
counts.
is it, Camille?
So they go Camille, Vi, and Jinx. Looks like they're
this
going
is exciting
standard.
too. This is exciting too. This is Sans Nidalee. Oh, I like Sans Nidalee.
I like Sans Nidalee as well, but I wanted something a bit more fun. Tristana,
Oh.
please at least be solo lane Trist.
Yeah, this heating up for EVOS at least. Solo lane Trist and Nidalee jungle. That's exciting to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's the curveball and this is actually Kai'Sa jungle. You can jungle Kai'Sa, by the way. It's possible. It's not great, but it's possible.
Sure it is.
Come on, Lee. Come on. You don't have to hide you. Come on. This is so...
What are you hiding?
Oh man, this is so...
What are you hiding? No one is copying Cerberus's strat.
He has to keep those strategies secret. All the VCS B
how
teams looking at Cerberus in this very serious competition. How can we attack this team? We have no idea what their weak points are.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe if we listen to the coach, we can figure out what their strong points are, because we can't see them in the game. Oh, and Azir is banned out, so we definitely don't at least get at the Azir Corki. That absolute disaster is...
Force Paki and Corki and go Tristana into Corki and destroy him on lane. That would be nice.
Absolutely shred him. That'd be hilarious.
Jace.
What will they go for?
So they're scared of the Caitlyn Morgana bot lane, maybe? Xayah, by the way, is still open very late into the draft. Xayah normally sees first round pick or ban.
I think you might be a bit ahead of me because I'm still waiting on the last ban. There's the Lee Sin ban.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect EVOS to ban Xayah, right? Because why would they?
Okay. Yeah, that's very true. Lee Sin take it out. They don't want to give success that one, apparently. I would have let Cerberus kill themselves with a highly mechanical champion, honestly.
But even better, it's Xin Zhao. He's killing himself all the time, so yeah, I guess Lee Sin ban worked out for them.
Cerberus, you're bad. Oh, Cerberus.
Maybe success can live up to his name and bring his team some last success. But please don't give us 3 60-minute games here. We really don't want to see that.
I would not. I'm not doing that. I'm not staying up till 1 AM for EVOS versus Cerberus. It doesn't mean anything. I'm going to bed at that point. Jesus.
Fair. Very fair. And we get solo lane Tristana. Let's go.
Okay, that's fun. Solo lane Tristana's fun.
Yeah, at least EVOS has brought some spice into this very meaningless game for them. Dia will show us his Tristana, and Son will show us his most famous pick, his Nidalee. Let's see what he can do against Xin Zhao. A matchup that is not looking too great for the Nidalee, actually, early on. Xin Zhao is scary. You don't want to meet Xin Zhao in the jungle.
Xin Zhao can absolutely fight you, and that's not what you want. Ooh, this would be fun. I'm down for some Kiana.
Oh, Kiana against Tristana mid lane. Ooh, that's a spicy one.
How many kills do we think is coming out of this mid lane? It's gonna be a few.
A lot. One of the two is going down many times. Whoever gets the first kill probably snowballs completely out of control. Look at Dia 1 summoner spells. Come on, go with this.
Oh, please go with that. Go Exhaust Ignite. You've given us a standard team comp. You can't give us just standard boring play. I don't think he's changing. I think he's sticking.
Nice. Nice.
Mwah. Thank you, Dia. You're redeeming at least something.
Yeah. Dia, you're now the favorite player of everyone here. Nice to see. And look at him. He's very happy. He knows he's in for some trouble, because if he does not get ahead, this Tristana will struggle to do anything in the game.
He definitely should get ahead, though. That Exhaust is going to get so much value against Kiana.
Yeah. And Kiana can never fight the Tristana now. Tristana actually is a super strong 1v1 champion on this patch.
Yeah.
Even Kiana, I don't think, can contest her. Would have even
I
questioned
mean,
if she can 1v1 her without the exhaust, but with the exhaust, definitely not.
yeah, I mean, it's a little bit down to execution. Like,
For sure.
if the Tristana gets altered against a wall, she probably still dies.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
you should never let that happen if you're Dia.
So what are we looking
we'll
at?
have to see.
Still kind of confused by this Zhao choice. Why?
Why?
Match
What is
point.
this Zhao for? No idea what that means.
Nope. I can't figure out anything either. Probably something about the history between these two teams. Cerberus was a decent team in spring, not a decent team in summer, a very bad team in summer. In fact, the worst team in summer.
Yeah, by far. It wasn't particularly close. Cerberus
Hey,
has been
they had a better
bit
second half than QG. So are they the worst team
true,
right now?
QG. Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say. I'm hoping both of those teams don't make it to the next one. I'm totally honest.
Yeah,
so,
I have absolutely no idea what's going on in VCSB, so no idea how. Wow.
whoa!
Wow.
EVOS came to play. 5-man gank. Hello, LL.
Oh my god,
Have
pure
fun in
god.
relegation, son. You're out.
Oh, the level 1 tower dive. I'm not sure I've ever seen a level 1 tower dive. Nice. 5-man tower
I mean,
dive. Clean
I've
as well.
definitely seen them. I've participated in level
Yeah,
1
yeah.
tower
I mean a
dive.
pro player,
I'm
obviously.
not a professional player.
And they didn't even use one flash. They get out of there without using a flash and did not give up a kill. That was clean. That was
That was
pre-planned.
actually really clean. Yeah, absolutely. Punishing the top laners that just like to go to lane and chill under tower until the minions get there.
It's very sad
Not
to
safe.
watch EVOS go out, right? Because I think EVOS is by far the better team compared to DBL. They deserve the playoff spot,
Yeah.
but sadly,
I agree.
but one was unable to get the win against DBL, and the head-to-head meant that EVOS had no chance of getting into playoffs anymore. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Dia
Yeah.
changed the summoner spells.
Oh.
No fun.
That's boring.
Yeah, it's still Tristana, but
Yeah,
sad to see. Sad to see.
It'll be fun regardless, but we don't get to see the super 1v1 build Tristana. We do see Sorn getting his blue buff stolen away. Do they read that and counter invade?
Yeah. They spotted him.
They spotted him?
Yeah, there was a ward placed from Dia. I think it was immediately cleared out for his success because he had the auto attack reset. But yeah, he spotted Dia success going over to the top side. So Son should be able to tell where the enemy is, and he's already making ways into the enemy jungle. So good call.
Yeah, he's over. Yep. And we did see a good hook there from Ron OP. Got a good trade onto high. Made sure that they have the health advantage down in the bot lane.
We don't want to see bot lane. Just give us mid lane all the time. Mid lane, please.
Look, they're fighting. They're fighting. Observers.
Yeah, just focus the camera on mid lane because there's a gank coming in as well.
Oh, Dia1's getting ganked. The ice has been obtained. Jumps away, does Dia, and he's gone.
Oh, success has to be careful. If he chased further into the river, he would have been dead there, I think.
He might still be dead.
Ooh, the flash over the wall!
Oh, the flash forward by Sword, and he's gonna go down, but the kill's picked up by success, by Dia, I should say.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Both junglers suiciding for the mid laners. So.
Both mid laners have double
Yeah, exactly. So now please just show us the mid lane matchup. Can we get a pro view from this league? I want to switch over to pro view and watch mid lane.
There is nothing to watch in the other lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Only thing that matters is mid lane. Everyone else is just farming. They're just gonna chill.
By the way,
they're fighting again. Observers, please.
Ooh, and Parker got the better of Dia this time, so now Dia has to be careful.
I'm just having to watch their health bars because the observers won't stick on them.
Oh, the heal from Zorn. There's the heal from Zorn. Very unfair. Parker is very, very mad.
Wow,
where's my heal?
That's cheating.
Oh, I just remembered Jungle Mordekaiser, the old Jungle Mordekaiser. The heal ganks. Great stuff, great stuff. Not possible anymore.
sorry, but I still jungle Mordekaiser.
Okay. But he doesn't heal anymore. He's useless.
Sure, he doesn't heal. He heals himself.
Yeah, great. They took away all the camaraderie, all the altruism from the Mordekaiser. I mean, does not really fit his theme, so fair enough.
Yeah, no. Not really. Ooh, Success getting collapsed on here by No Way and High. He gets the smite heal, and the lantern's used, but he was stunned up, and I think No Way and High thought he was getting out a lot earlier, because they could have put a lot more damage on him.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the mid lane, casually both mid laners died.
Oh, yeah. Both mid laners just died. Can we get a replay? Observers! Everyone, give a hand for VCS observers. Give us lobby access, Riot.
You want to observe and cast at the same time?
Yeah, I can do it. I've done it before.
Okay.
LL gets caught out up in the top lane. He goes down. Sorn picking up that kill. He's a race for MVP beginning.
Yeah, so far I think DR1 has a bit of claim to it. What?
I used to cast amateur tournaments, so I had to solo cast and observe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But one of the guys I used to cast with when I wasn't soloing actually does EU Challenger now.
Oh, interesting.
Really, really good caster. Learned a lot from him. But yeah, that was that fight in the mid lane, as I just talk about my history.
Someone died again. Oh, Dia died again.
Dia just died again. That wasn't a replay. I thought that was the replay. It wasn't. It was just Parky killing
Okay. I thought it was a replay as well, but yeah, Dia apparently just died again. Now it's a big advantage for Parky in the mid lane. He got the better.
Is it? It's 2 kills each.
Yeah, that's true. Why is it 2 kills each? Wait.
Because he killed the jungler. He killed Success.
But shouldn't Parky have 3 kills now?
Why?
Because he killed Dia1 and Parky killed each other in front of the turret, and now Dia1 was dead again, right?
I guess Success got one of the kills.
Yeah. We missed 1 kill. Yeah, we definitely missed 1 kill. We have to get the replay.
Missed a kill.
Yeah. So top lane is not great for LL. Look at him. He does not want to play this anymore. Sparing his emos, but he's actually up to almost 20 CS, however that happened. But 1, please.
Doing fine. This is just bad farming out of part 1, I guess. And Sorn, behind enemy lines, they had no idea he was stealing that red buff, as he's now trying to get onto LL. LL dodges the spear, pops the ult, actually does a lot of damage there. Don't really want to fight him.
Now his ult is gone.
Yep, so go up there and gank him again.
What? How did that connect?
He stepped into it.
I mean, yeah, he stepped into it, but it also had an insane range. I was not aware it had so much range. What?
Oh, there's the supreme display of talent coming out.
Dia
Doesn't actually get the damage, and Dia wins it. At least mid lane's fine.
Tristana's great to watch and a lot of fun to play. If the second game becomes a snooze fest, just log into solo queue, log in, ignite Tristana mid lane, and play some games because it's great fun.
Yep.
Ban Cassiopeia though. Ban Cassiopeia. It's not great against Cassiopeia.
That's not fun. Yeah.
You played it?
Oh, and here
did you get to play this?
Yeah,
this perfect.
I played a game of it today.
How did it feel?
I played 2 games of League, and it was like my first games in like 2 weeks. I played 1 game of Corki, and went like 2-1, but still carried my team because it got the late game, and it was Corki. And then I played a game of Tristana, and I think I went 8-2.
Yeah,
game ended in
Tristana.
Because I got fed an early kill from a jungler and then just dominated. It wasn't particularly good out of me. That's Tristana.
It's Tristana. You don't have to do anything. You only need to know 1 interaction with ult and auto attack. Everything else is playing like the game plays itself. It's not hard to play Tristana in the mid game.
And just remember that your jump does damage.
A lot of damage. In fact, 95 damage. One of the highest damage abilities in the game.
Yep. And it's an escape.
And you get a reset on it as well. That's why it's so strong on level 2, because you can actually double proc it if you get the reset on the E.
Yep. And Parquet is ignited and running away. He won't die, but Dia1 wins out another trade, has the demolish as well, so can absolutely eat towers for breakfast, lunch, and tea. Success will come in here just to try and stop him from taking the tower.
Be careful, Success.
Yeah.
It's an ADC and use the Zhao, so usually you think, okay, I'll just kill the ADC, but Tristana...
Whoa! LL!
Okay.
Whoa! Okay,
That
LL,
was unexpected.
alright. Yeah,
I respect it.
Evox
He
is
almost
bad.
got him. He
I
almost got
respect-
him.
Yeah, I totally respect it.
And I mean, how tilted does it all have to be? Like, you come into the game, it doesn't mean anything. You go to your turret at level 1 and get turret at level 1.
Maybe LL. Maybe what's happened is that dive knocked him to like halfway around, and the second kill knocked him the rest of the way. So
Yeah.
now he's not tilted anymore, and he's out for blood.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my theory. But everyone's around the mid lane now. Success takes a big old spear. Never fun to get hit.
How would you react if you get dive to level 1 on the turret? Like, would you be mad, or would you be like, well, that was well done. I have to respect this. I'm not even mad.
If I got 5-man dives like that, I think I'd fall back in my chair really pissed off for about a second, and then just go, I respect it. I ain't even mad.
Probably my reaction as well. Like, initially, definitely mad, but then, like, wow, that was a lot of commitment. I respect it a lot.
The plays that get me mad in League is when I screw up.
Yeah,
if I do something and I know it was my fault, I get really angry at myself. I'm not the kind of person that flames. I don't.
You flame yourself.
I flame myself.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But if I dive and I did nothing wrong because it was just a level 1 5-man dive, whatever. I can only laugh at it. But one's in a lot of trouble though. He's not going to be having too much of a laugh. So he goes down. Sword wants this. Waits for the Qs. Gets on top of Success. Takes him down. Can he get the 1v2? LL doesn't have ult. But here comes Parquet.
Where did Son go?
Son got cut into.
Oh no, DR1 will get the turret. DR1 has collected the eye.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Tristana!
Why is it down to 2 already? Tristana is ridiculous. Oh my god.
Tristana was demolished!
Yeah, I know. Great Tristana
that's
skin choice, by the way. This one, he knows what skin to go for. Last Tristana we saw had a very bad skin. I didn't like that one.
Yep. I don't like it either. Little Demon is a great skin. I like Tristana in general.
Yeah, Tristana
her theme
is great.
Of the giant gun is very fun. And she's in the jungle trying to kill Success, and she will succeed. So now she's got a red buff.
That was very
Hello,
easy.
DR1.
DR1 didn't even bother to jump again on top of Success. He could have jumped again. He had to jump available after E exploded. So, yeah, there was absolutely no way Success got out of there.
Ooh, High gets hooked. Parquet's on the way. High should be going down momentarily. Goes into the Zonyas and ooh, fancy little stun there, Parquet. Supreme display of talent to keep the re-engage from happening.
What a great game. The picks are a little bit boring, but definitely interesting gameplay.
Yeah, but at least everyone's going aggro.
Everyone is having some fun. Just give us a little bit more of a meme composition next game, please. I like this Tristana.
Yeah,
Give me Tristana again. Tristana is great to watch.
Yeah, let's go Tristana and 4 supports.
I really want to see my Nami, though. I'm fine with that if we get to see Nami.
If you're going to pick 4 supports, you've got a pretty good chance of getting Nami.
I guess so. Actually, funnel Tristana with jungling Tristana would be cool. The supports just hold the waves, and Tristana goes top lane, collects the wave, goes mid lane, collects the wave. Oh my god. That would be very dumb. Probably
that would be incredible.
Oh, look at the turret damage, though. Tristana got 3 platings on her own in just 10 seconds or something.
She has gotten like 8 plays.
Yeah. I want to see the goal totals.
She has had so much dinner. This is ridiculous. She's cleaned off that many plays. And he's just waiting. He's just like, LL, if you want to come out, I'll kill you. If you don't come out, I'll clear your wave and take your tower. Which one do you want?
She'll get 10. Wait. Did she seriously get 10 platings almost? No, 9 platings.
No, she got 9. That's ridiculous. That's more than most teams get.
Yeah, indeed. My god.
Someone has to hop away.
They just completely abandoned top lane, by the way. It's like, oh no, I'm not entering lane against this Tristana. I'm not.
Yeah, do you really want to go that? Oh, good news. My favorite stream in the world just went live. Dash Ducks. Everyone after the cast, Go watch Dash Ducks. It's literally just like 5 or 6 cameras pointed at a duck pond. Go watch a duck.
What?
Great. It's literally just like some guy on his farm has a duck pond.
Oh, when we see
And
the
he's
biggest
going-
explosion on the rift. It's still going on,
Yep,
by the way.
all
It's
the way
still going
around.
on.
Yep. It'd be cool if it went all the way around, because like technically it's all one wall, right?
It's true.
All
Yeah,
around the
but
edge.
sadly it's not connected, and the bases, I think. And LL is
Oh,
dead.
he flashes forward. He wants LL, and he's gonna get him because there's the Goomba stomp, taking him down like Mario. Dia, what are you doing?
Yeah, wrong
Where was
direction.
that
Yeah,
jump
wrong
taking
direction.
you?
Meanwhile, bot
And-
lane, they get a kill.
Yep,
Maybe even
that they
two.
do. High should be
Yeah,
able to
that's two.
go down. Santa's dead. And Parquet gets one as well. He gets the kill onto Sorn. And the blood continues to flow. Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne.
Are we still not on the same level as the game 2 in the first series, though, in terms of kills?
That's true.
So they
Yeah, we
still
don't
have to step
a-
up.
We don't have a 10-2 Draven.
That loses the game, by the way.
That loses. Yeah, that's the important part. 10-2 Draven that loses. He was full build at 25 minutes. And he lost.
Still lost the game, lost the series. Look at Tristana, by the way. 15 minutes in, casually 2 items and complete boots, by the way. Have fun facing me. Have fun.
I don't think anyone can 1v1.
No.
Like,
Maybe
not
Parker if he perfectly chains.
Yeah.
Like, she
he'd
doesn't really
to
have the
literally-
biggest amount of defenses, right? She has Ninja Tabai, but Ninja Tabai are not super great against Kiana. She doesn't really auto-attack too much, so maybe Park has a chance. But against Overheal, I don't think so. I think DR1 wins this easily.
Yep. So we're talking about what memes we want to see in this series. I think if this goes to a game 3, both teams should agree to playing a blind pick.
No bans, just straight up no bans.
Yeah, no ban.
Nice.
Straight up blind pick. Straight up normal
would be
blind.
great. Would be great. I don't really see it
Don't
going
think
to
it's
game 3
allowed.
though.
I also don't think. I hope it doesn't go to a game 3 because a little bit too long to spend on this series, unless it's super fun. Like this game has been so far.
17 minutes
But-
in, and actually quite a big gold lead for EVOS. 2k
Yeah, 2K's better.
to a little
Better way
bit.
to put it.
2 and
2 and a
change.
bit.
20 CS
Who won
lead
the
for
game?
Sorn.
FTV beat DBL. It was a really good series by them.
Yeah,
FTV
especially
dodged
the
through
last
the
game was very nice to see. They got stomped in the first game. Second game, DBL picked the Draven, and it looked like they would stomp again, but then they threw away the game, so the FTV collected the throw, and then they just won the third game. So nice series to watch. Definitely an interesting watch. And if you FTV fan, definitely go back and watch that one.
Yeah, it was a really well played game by them. Oh, Dia's here to clear out this wave. Excuse me. I take towers, not you.
Yeah. Tristana level 12 now. What's her range? I don't want to do the math, so something like 620 or something. Yeah, probably. So
Pretty big. So, another wave pushing in here. They want this tower and they should be able to get it. Yeah, EVOS isn't going to defend it. They know that there could be flanks coming in from Parquet. And that's a
by the
pretty
way,
scary
did we ever get a replay on the bot lane 2v2?
Nope.
I'd like to see
Buffalo lost. Buffalo lost.
Buffalo lost, yeah.
FTV win. FTV won, and they have dodged relegation.
Buffalo played their substitute top laner in the second game, and he looked atrocious. He was really bad. Kaido did not play the game.
Yeah, he basically... It was a 4v5. It was really
It really
bad.
was. He was at 17 minutes. He was behind 4 levels. I mean, full stop. You don't have to say anything more about the game. It was like, what happened in the top lane?
To a Rise as well. It's not like he was against a Renekton. He was against a Rise.
And there were no kills in the lane. Like, I am still not quite sure what happened to him.
We didn't look at top lane in that game. We just didn't really see it on the observing. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, at 70
don't know
minutes,
how
the
you
camera
go
cut
4
to him,
levels
and he was level 9, and the Rise was level 13. We were like, what? What's
How
going
did
on
this
here? Buffalo? I mean, Buffalo is not in this game, and it does not... Wow. Casual solo kill on Parquet.
that happened. Everything missed from Parquet, so But1 just said, oh, okay, you've used everything and I'll just murder you.
And if this is the first time you joined us for Summer Split, Buffalo, it does not look likely that they do anything in playoffs right now. Oh no. They look very weak. They look very, very weak.
Buffalo's going to get picked by Gum, and Gum will beat.
Gum will probably 3-0 them without a whole lot of contests, I think, as it looks right now.
Yep. Gum's just better. Gum's like a ridiculously good team. Gum's going to win the VCS, let's be real.
Yeah. I'm almost 90% sure. Maybe something happens in the next week or two, and
I mean, Flash has a chance.
I think so?
But they have a chance.
After the last series they played, I'm not sure. Maybe Loki has the better chance.
Not 100%. Okay, fair enough. Loki might have the better chance, but... What? No, it's a best of 3. It was 1-2. We don't play, but this isn't playoffs. This is still regular season.
Yeah. This is the last day of regular season, and we play best of 3s. So the first series was Buffalo against FTB, and they were lost 1 and 2. The series, to be fair, did not really do anything for Buffalo, so it was not important for them. So
yeah,
maybe you can.
The series didn't matter. The series did not. If you're a Buffalo fan and you upset that they lost, it didn't matter. They were coming forth regardless. It only mattered for FTV.
Yeah. So maybe you can cut them some slack and say, okay, they didn't really go all out. They played their substitute jungler as well for all 3 games, so fair enough. It was not full strength Buffalo, but they still lost to FTB, which is not a great sign.
Yeah, I'm really happy that it happened. I think FTV definitely deserved to dodge relegation.
Yeah, after the last few weeks, I definitely agree with that. But1, by the way.
Yeah, but anyway, back into this game.
Did you see the gold totals for Tristana just a minute or two ago?
No, I didn't.
11k gold at 20 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
That's a lot. And Tristana sitting on 3 items, by the way, compared to anyone else. I mean, the only one coming close is Eldris, who's finished 2 items. 2 very cheap items, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, you've got a Ginsu's in a Mana Moon to a Phantom Dancer, Blade of the Ruined King, and IE. Yeah, have fun. We do need to see them actually use this lead, though. EVOS needs to find some fights they can play around. Ooh, Parquet, he's got the ice. Might try and find something.
And I'm a little bit surprised they don't want to reinforce the side lane matchup. I think EVOS could just put DR1 in the bot lane and have him push forever. No one can really stop him. Why would they try to slot him mid lane? They can't really get a whole lot in the mid lane. Not the greatest coordination for EVOS.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense there. I do feel like maybe they think he's far enough ahead and want to put the easy solo lane gold on But1. But I think you'd rather get towers, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think But1 bot lane is okay. I'd say put your bot lane in the mid lane and put DR1 in the top lane. Why not?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Usually we want your TP side laner in the bot lane, right? Because it's far away from the team fights.
True.
So it makes sense to slot But1 there.
Down here, though. LL, look at him go. LL's so far out. He's gone.
Yeah, good reaction by LL. Sniffed out the play there.
Yeah, he spotted DR1 and said, no, thank you. Goodbye. And DR1 now pushing out this mid lane wave. Parquet might be setting up for something. He's sneaking about in the river.
Be careful, Parquet.
Sneaky little Empress.
Be careful. Approaching this Tristana is dangerous, even for Kiana. She will just die to the Tristana. But now he changes target to But1.
Yeah, goodbye But1. LL gets that kill.
Yeah, probably the better choice. Go for But1. He's easier to kill.
Yep, and the explosion of his death will ripple across the entire rift.
A great interaction, by the way.
It's fun. It's very fun.
Oh, Kiana's
strange
champion.
Did you see her animation?
Yeah.
Kiana's animation just completely broke.
Seriously? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was moonwalking.
Maybe that's intended? I'm not sure. Kiana's a cool champion. She can do stuff.
No. It wasn't like a proper moonwalk. It was definitely a animation. It looked like she was kind of running on the spot, but backwards.
If you had to rank all the weapons on the Rift right now, where would Kiana's weapon
Are
slot
we
in?
talking about in terms of how cool they are or how effective they are?
Whatever you like.
Because she's got the second coolest weapon,
After who?
and Tristana,
Tristana? Okay.
giant gun,
Yeah.
giant cannon. That's, but probably the least effective if it wasn't a video game. Because it's a hula hoop that's sharp. You just cut yourself.
I really like her weapon. It's so dumb.
It's cool, but
And it
it's
has
so
very
dumb.
cool animations. I think Riot absolutely nailed the animations about with her auto attacks.
I agree. I completely. Yeah, Riot's very, very good at that kind of. Their modeling and their rigging and stuff is fantastic. I do wish they'd bring back Pizza Feet in Italy. That's a relic lost to time.
What's that?
Italy's old model before her update, her feet were literally just triangles.
Nice.
Like it just came to. She didn't have toes. It just came to a point. It's like a little pyramid.
Not very highly modeled.
It was very, very low quality model. But obviously, she looks great after they've remodeled her. She was an old champion. It makes sense.
We need some action to happen. Little states in this useless
We're
game.
talking about
Please get us some action.
Dia
Tristana
one,
needs to
just
jump
go in.
onto someone.
Dia, yeah, exactly. Dia, just go. They're Goombas. You're Mario. Just stomp them. Stomp them out.
Both teams seem to not be sure what to do right now. Zaldros is strong. Can Cerberus win a teamfight right now? I mean, if they get on top of Dia 1,
maybe. That's hard though.
it's not easy. And he has a lot of defensive itemization as well. Look at his itemization here.
Yeah, the Phantom Dance is really.
Phantom Dancer, Ninja Tabai, and Stopwatch on top of that with Flash available.
They started Baron.
They should.
Observers.
No. This is more important.
Yeah, the top laners walking at each other. Baron's on 2,000 health, down to 1,500, and it's secured by Sorn. But look at the damage down to Parquet! That ult goes everywhere! Dia 1 running for his life, knocks the Kiana away. High and Dia 1 running for their lives. There's the tag. The killer instinct's already been used, but he goes down anyway. Baron secured, but 3 kills goes the way of Cerberus.
Yeah. And that's the perfect shape for Kiana ult. The Baron pit really is the best possible place to fight around with the Kiana ult, because it's a pit, it's like J4 ult, but it's actually open, so you get on both sides of the pit and will stun everything. As we just saw, absolutely devastated. EVOS there in the team fight. But one overextended for absolutely no reason, will go down.
Yep, he wanted to get the counter kill, but it's an Aatrox. He'll be just fine.
Aatrox completely forgot that he had the how's the item called again? Death Dance. In the end, he got scared because the Death Dance actually took away 200-300 health. He almost died to the Death Dance burn.
Yeah, it's never a fun way to die, but he did live.
Now, what can EVOS do with the Baron buff? They only have one Baron buff remaining.
Yeah, and it's on Dia, who's
the most important one,
very important. But still, ooh, Parquet. Dia 1 doesn't go forward, sniffs out that he might not be alone. And now you've got to be a bit scared of this Kiana. She picked up a few kills there. She's got her double lethality items, plus a Dirk.
I think Tristana still wins side lane, though.
Yeah. But still. I mean, again, it comes down to if she gets pinned against the wall, she dies. But that shouldn't happen. And Sorn steals away another jungle camp with a spear.
He's up 60 CS, by the way. Very quiet Nidalee game. Has died a lot. 4 times is more than his average, for sure. But yeah, still not great farming. Nope. Maybe we can give him one MVP for the second game or something, and then we get a triple jungle MVP for VCS. It would be very fitting.
Yeah, junglers are good in the VPS. VPS? What? VCS.
Maybe they're good in the VPS as well. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. The Viet Palm Pro League.
Yeah, right now Yijin and Levi are tied for first place at 800 points, and Zorn only one
Parquet's caught.
behind.
See you, Parquet.
Where did you go?
He just died. He got Tristana to Nidalee. He's just got bye-bye.
That looked very unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy.
Yeah. He tripped over his hula hoop. Didn't look good.
Happens. I mean,
yeah,
it's a risk if you go for this weapon, right? Sometimes you cut yourself, and then this is a very dangerous, very sharp weapon, so you die.
There's a YouTube channel called Man at Arms who makes a lot of weapons from like TV shows and games and stuff. I really want them to make Kiana's weapon.
Yeah, I want to see someone master Kiana's weapon.
I don't know if it's really something that can be mastered. I just like to see it. They make like it's actually a really good YouTube channel. Everyone watching should check out Man at Arms. They've done like Jace's hammer, Yasuo's katana, all that kind of stuff, and like they're movie level props. Like the swords and stuff they make are sharp, so they can cut stuff. But I think they blunt them when they're done.
Yeah,
it's just the responsible to do. But they're really, really good. And they did like a recreation of Ziggs's bomb, but it didn't explode. It was just a prop. It was cool.
Cool.
It's a really cool channel.
I want to see the weapon for Tristana's dragon skin.
Pulling on a dragon's tail. A little bit hard to recreate that one in real life.
That's true. It's true.
Need to find a dragon somewhere. But who knows? Maybe we haven't looked everywhere. Those Scandinavians, I always think they're hiding something.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah. I mean, while we're talking about weapons, actually no, I'm not going to go into this random shit. There's a game going on. Inhibitor tower is taken. Can they actually push onto the inhibitor itself? Looks like they're going to back off.
Imagine someone going. No. I'm not going there either. Let's not do this.
High is caught out.
Yeah, they just lost an inhibitor, and this game seems to be slowly going over in EVOS' favor, coming to an end. EVOS is still behind six kills, so they need to collect some kills. They can't finish this game with being down in kills. I think that's.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's.
And it's all like, look at High. High has not had a good game. This is a sad. Wait,
he died again.
Yeah, he just got caught. It's around the end here.
Doesn't even have a single assist or anything. No kill participation. He's just sitting there, collecting death after death. The whole bot lane has not really been connected for EVOS. They're just sitting there. We have to play this game. We really don't want to. Get us out of here. Well, Diawan is having fun. He definitely has a great game, and is having a lot of fun.
Yep, he's having a great time. The rest of his team, not so much.
Items still sucks, though. What's this?
That's a little bit of a motley crew of items.
Oh, Diawan. What's that? You don't have to be scared to die. You're level 18 Tristana. There's not a single more safe champ in the game. Don't go GA on Tristana.
That's boring.
Yeah.
So boring. That could be like, I don't know. What would you put there instead?
Essence Reaver? Bloodthirster?
Dustblade.
Dustblade, yeah, Dustblade. Ooh, I like the idea of a Dustblade.
Spicy.
Very spicy.
Just commit to it. What did you miss? How long you've been gone?
Not a whole lot.
You missed FTV.
I mean, this game is literally meaningless, so you didn't really miss anything important.
No. This game is completely a dead rubber. Oh, here comes the engage though. Success tries to make the Xin Zhao play, and High will go down again. Sad Sam Brawmy
Poor
boy.
guy.
Lucian trying to run away, but there's no way he gets out.
Look at the GA value. Look at the GA value.
Look at the GA. 10 million IQ GA. Well done, Dia1. Saved him there.
Oh my gosh. Hey, maybe EVOS actually loses this game.
Might be a game. Yeah. This might actually be a game. What is happening?
There's still 5k gold up, but I'm not quite sure why. But they lose all the team fights now, and Cerberus can come back. So
They're 5k up because of farm.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
Thorn.
it.
He's 70 CS ahead. Oh, and Thorn just gets caught. He was going for the steal. And
Nice flash, nice flash.
that, Thorn, hello? Did you want MVP?
Yeah, he's not getting
That
it.
one at
He's
least
not
picked up a
getting the
kill.
MVP here. Not enough of an effort.
Oh.
By the way, the last time Cerberus was this close, this late in the game, it went to 65 minutes, so we might be in for a longer one.
Let me boot up my laptop. I'll cast from bed.
uh,
No, thank you.
30.
Uh,
We're still 30 minutes away from their record game time, so maybe Cerberus tries to go for another record here. Won the game against Gum. How many Barons and Dragons went down? I think
I
five
think it was
five Barons?
five Barons and 3 Elder Drakes.
No,
I
four. Definitely 4 Elder.
4 Elder Drakes. Yeah, I think it was 5 Barons.
Yeah, 5 Barons.
Just absolutely ridiculous. A masterclass in how to just completely beans up a late game.
But they won it in the end, so
They did
best
win.
late game team in the league. They won the latest game, so they are the best late game team. You can't really argue with that.
Sure, whatever. I mean, that makes sense. That checks out. And Deer1's dead again.
Oh man, dear. By the way, sell your absolutely useless GA, please.
It's literally doing nothing. Just sell it. Please. Elder Drake will go over to Cerberus here as well. They may well want to make this into a game. In fact, I think they definitely have, because they're now ahead in gold. It was 5k minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, they got kills and both big objectives, so now Cerberus with Baron and Elder at the same time should definitely secure one inhibitor here. Look at the ADC as well. Zeldris sitting at 8-0-4. Zeldris is destroying everyone.
He's popping off. We haven't really focused on him because we were so fixated on that mid lane matchup, but he has had Braum for every meal of the day. He's got his 5 a day, but it was all Braum.
Not a very, very nicely diversified diet. Yeah.
And he gets another one. Oh, he has a little bit of butt one. That's good. He varies it up with a bit of Jace. Thorn gets caught as well. LL is just charging forward. He's also rebuilt his champion with his GA.
Will Cerberus be able to close out the game here? That's the interesting question.
Oh,
Parquet!
That's not a wall. The Nexus is not a wall.
It is not? That's actually interesting. I would have thought it would have...
It looked like the ult should have made connection with it, but it didn't. And Thorn picks up 1 kill, but Cerberus will be your winners in Game 1 of the most impactful series the VCS has ever seen.
Wow, EVOS really did not want to win this game. They were 5k gold ahead and threw everything away, and Cerberus at least is good enough to collect the throw, so that's good heading into relegations. There will be a lot of throws down there. Cerberus looking like the better teamfighting team. I'm struggling to even say that sentence, because, I mean, the early game did not look great for Cerberus once again.
Kid yourself. That was a throw for me.
Yeah. Yeah, what can we say?
Yep.
It was Dia not looking too great in the late game on the Tristana. His early game looked good, but the late game not so much. And now we have to see if EVOS actually wants to fight for the victory here, or if they just say, okay, whatever, take it. We are out of this league anyway, so just take the victory. We want to go home.
Just screw it. Yeah, just screw it. But
I'd like to see Garen Yumi.
Now we have to see a MVP.
It's definitely Zeldris.
It's Zeldris, obviously.
I don't think it's even close. He had a great game.
Yep, it was not close at all. It was definitely Zeldris. He popped off. Good on him.
Yep. So now
we'll be back in about 5 minutes to see if we go to a game 3 in this pointless series, or if Cerberus will just take the win and go home.
Yeah, let's see if EVOS wants to fight back, or if they just say, whatever, take it. We want to go. We want to enjoy our 5-month, 6-month vacation, because there's nothing for EVOS to do. They are out of playoff contention. They are not in relegation. So after this game, they in fact are finished for this year of League of Legends.
Yep, and unfortunately, lack of third-party tournaments mean there's just nothing else.
So see you in 7 minutes for the conclusion of the series. Welcome back to potentially the last game of the regular season in Vietnam. We are into the last series, very meaningless one. It's just to have a little bit of fun. Sadly, we didn't see any meme compositions, but maybe we'll get them in the second game.
It would be very disappointing if we didn't. What are you playing for at this point, guys? There's no pride in this.
Yeah, maybe Son still wants his MVP. Definitely will not get the MVP for the first game because they lost, and he didn't look particularly great. So has to step up his games if he wants the MVP trophy. Maybe another Graves game. I actually would like to see another Graves. I think.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Don't know how likely it is. Graves is pretty apocalyptically bad at the moment. But if they want to try out a TFT comp and they want to go Pirates, we should see Graves.
Yeah, Pirates. I mean, Pirates has been played before, so I actually.
Yeah, but we saw a repeat of Glacial as well, right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
Vietnam is not above being the second.
I mean, at least we had the first Demon Comp, and that Demon Comp looked horrifying.
We had that first Yordle.
Yeah.
That first Yordle.
Yodel Comp looked horrifying for your own team, but the Demon Comp was really good and nicely executed as well.
Ooh, Ron OP getting the MVP there. Don't know if he deserved it over Zeldris, but he did have a good game.
He had a good game. Yeah, but I think Zeldris overall was a little bit better. Shout out to Ron OP, who we criticized a lot the last few weeks because he had some off games as well. Today, definitely more on high side with the off games. That Braum performance, not a great look for the rookie. Oh man.
Yeah, that was very, very bad Braum play, but oh well. Good to have the bad play in a game that means nothing. And DivKid's in. Hey,
Yeah.
DivKid.
Hello, DivKid. You don't look too excited, I have to say.
I mean, DivKid probably a little bit disappointed that he even had to come to the stadium today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I start that's all that thing that we all. I mean, I don't know if you did, but I know me and all my friends did. You tried to convince your parents on the first day back at school. Oh, you don't do anything on the first day back. You just have an extra holiday.
The classic.
I'm surprised DivKid didn't do that one. Just it doesn't matter.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, maybe he comes in with another new cool pick. If you see standard ADC and support in the bot lane, what would be your preferred duo to cast for the last game, potentially of the season?
If it's standard.
Yeah, or at least ADC and support.
Okay. If I could pick any ADC, any support,
Yeah.
and it's like not unreasonable, I'd love like Draven Nami.
Oh yeah,
That'd be fun.
Jin Nami would
really
be cool as well.
Jin Nami as well. I love Jin, so
Jin Nami, I
I'd
think,
be
would be hype.
yeah, I'd love some Jin just in general, and I'd love some Nami. So one of those two would be very nice.
Cockmuff Lulu would be very cool as well. The solo Q special, the boosting special.
Sure. Yeah, boost time. I mean, I want Mordekaiser. It's not going to happen because VCS apparently just doesn't play Mordekaiser because he's a terrible champion in Pro.
Is he?
But I love it. He's very bad at Pro.
He got played in EU. I think he won.
Well, he is strong because of his numbers, but I think we've said this before. He just doesn't have a kit for Pro.
Yeah,
he's AP Darius. And he's also way too easily counterpicked. Like, it's not just Vayne top that smashes. Nico wrecks him too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true. He's not great in pro
really,
play.
really
I think he could see some play, maybe.
it's like, the thing is that if you're gonna, you have to reserve a super late pick for him.
Yeah.
Otherwise he gets counted. And is he worth it in pro play?
Yeah, that's a very good concern. Yeah.
That's the tricky thing.
I'd agree.
I love him. I think he's great in solo queue, especially if you're like not in a particularly high elo. He's really good because he's really easy. That's why I like him. Because I suck. So
There is the Aatrox first pick, so nothing out of the ordinary for ES servers, it seems like. Give us the Garen. You have it, Garen. Go for Garen. No area, please.
Yeah, go for it. Just do it. There's nothing. You have nothing on the line here. Just have some fun. Come on, EVOS. Maybe they're scared of getting the Art of War quoted at them by Tinnikin.
Yeah, that happened. That happened.
That is a thing that actually happened. That's an interesting one. Good book, yeah.
I think
It's
even
got a lot
the
of good
original, right?
quotes.
He quoted the Chinese at them. So.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it probably did. Quoted in Chinese, but I don't know, he was a little bit upset.
Cerberus
at,
could still go for the demon composition, by the way. Aatrox,
They
while
could go
being a
Blade
standard
Master
pick.
too.
Oh yeah, that's
They
true.
could go Blade Masters.
Could also go a Blade Master with Tristana mid lane, because Tristana goes Blade of the Rune King first anyway, so would be a great
Really
adaptation.
Are they really playing standard?
Yeah, it looks like
That's
it.
so boring.
What do you think? Are there enough bird champs for another bird original?
I mean, there's
Vastalia or
only
something?
three.
How are they called? Vastayan?
Well, no, Talia's not Vastine, man.
No,
Talia's
not Talia. I mean, Zyra Khan and Ari are all the Vastayan people, right?
No, Rengar.
Rengar as
Rengar's
well.
Vastine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's from a tribe near Shurima.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They retconned him. He wasn't originally. Originally, he wasn't Vastine, but they changed it when they updated the world.
But 4 is enough for TFT, no? You could go Vastayan, and then Rengar gets Vastayan as well. I mean, why not? Wild champs can have another one. Maybe
Yeah, totally.
make it into a 4-star champion, and then you have Vastayan. Could go for a duo synergy in Zaya Drakan. I'm not sure what the synergy would be for TFT. I think Drakan would be very strong.
There is actually more. I thought there was more.
Yeah, there's
Nico's Vastine,
Oh.
Wukong's Vastine,
Interesting.
and Nami. Nami's Vastine.
Nami is Vastayan as well.
Fish. Because the whole thing with Vastine is the animal they are is based on what like tribe they're from.
Oh, okay.
So everyone, and I think the only tribe that's got any actual lore is Zyre and Rakans, because Zed killed all of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like that's why there's that cinematic. of Zyre
Yeah.
and
That's a
Rakan.
cool cinematic, by the way.
Yeah, it's a really cool cinematic because Zed massacred their tribe with his Order of Shadow.
What do you think the Nami ability for TFT would be? The bouncing heal or
Wave.
the
Ooh. I mean, would
The
it be
ult.
the wave or the? I think it'd be the wave. That'd be cooler. It would
That'd
depend
be
what tier you.
super cool.
If she was like a 4-star, it'd be the wave. If she was a 1-star, it'd be the bouncing heal.
Yeah. Imagine a full sorcerer comp with a 2-star Nami in the back line, shooting a wave through all of the enemies, just one-shotting everyone. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I'm hyped for Nami in TFT. She's one of my absolute favorite champs. So. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's super fun.
I like the composition, by the way, assembled here for Cerberus. Very proactive, very mid-game focused. I like to see them go for more proactive styles. And
Yep.
kind of
They pick up
new
the
look
Olaf.
for them.
Yeah, we don't see a huge amount of Olaf overall, and the Syndra last pick for Parquet. And what will we get as the last pick here for EVOS? They need a mid laner. They know what they're going into. Can we have something fun, dear? Zed? Nope, he's gonna go Camille. This is really stock standard.
What a surprise after the first game. I mean, did you expect anything else? Why did you not go Yasuo, by the way? You have Gragas already. I'd like to see Yasuo for Dio again.
Because they don't want to have fun.
Yeah, apparently.
Yasuo is also really good against Syndra.
That's true. It's actually one of the
Well,
better
the
matchups
ult.
there. But Aurelia is not bad against Syndra either, so... I mean,
That's true.
she's not as good anymore, because previously you could just W the ult, and then Syndra wouldn't do anything in lane. That was the interaction at the World Championship. There were many Aurelia into Syndra matchups. I remember a certain game, I think in the first week, Fnatic against 100 Thieves, where Caps got 5 or 6 solo kills on Ryu and Aurelia with the Syndra. That was ridiculous. But it's not as good anymore, as she lost all her magic resistance on the W. So Syndra actually has some potential kill windows. We'll have to see what's going to happen there. Parquet overall has impressed us, I think, right?
Yeah,
one of the better Cerberus players.
Corki.
I think overall Cerberus, player-wise, they don't really have that many struggling players. They are a bad team.
Yeah, they just don't work together. Their coaching's terrible. Their coordination is garbage. Yeah, the players aren't awful. There's no one player that I look at them and go, you just don't deserve to be in the VCS.
I think Rono P overall, if you look at the whole season.
Yeah. That's the one exception, but I don't think he's like apocalyptically bad. He's not good enough, but he's not apocalyptically bad. I think they just need to be rebuilt from the ground up. Need a new coach, new analysts. If they get out of relegation and manage to come back for another season, if you want to do anything, start again.
Yeah, I think they should build around Pot and LL probably, because I think LL has been the best player.
Pot wasn't even the starting jungler at the start of the year.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Knight actually was starting for them.
What universe were you living in when Knight was your starting jungler?
Knight definitely was a player problem. They got way better when Pot finally stepped in, and Parquet as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Parquet only came in super late.
Yeah. Came in the one series against QG, I think, right? Where they turned around the series after subbing in Parquet on Corki, and he carried 2 games with Corki. And ever since then, he's in. So, earned his spot. Paid the iron price.
Yeah, paid. I mean, the thing is, he's actually in a decent position here where, Cerberus is really bad and they have a pretty high chance that they won't be in the VCS next year, but he has looked good individually. So another team that maybe is a little bit lower down to the standings, or even a team that comes up through promotion, can look at him and say, yeah, he was on a really bad team, but he's individually good, so we'll pick him.
Yeah. Do you think Parker would improve FTV?
Yeah, probably. I think he's
not sure. He's probably a little bit better than Victory, right? I'm not sure. I actually think LL is probably the most valuable player on Cerberus right now. He has had great top lane performances.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Should be looked at by the top teams as well. Maybe as a sub to Stark, if Stark once again falls down a little bit or doesn't want to play anymore. Maybe DBL? Yeah, why not?
DBL's got a pretty weak top side. Raizo has looked a little bit better in the last week, but he still is very inconsistent. And Kaido, I mean, hopefully they've got one more series, I think. I think they've only got one more series before they have an off-season. So maybe they can improve Kaido in that time. But
well, possibly. They have to play 2 more. Even if they lose 2, because it's a double elimination system in the playoffs. So,
is it? Okay.
Yeah, because the second, it's not a real double elimination system. You only get 1 shot at winning the VCS, but if you lose, you get bumped down to the 2nd seed of the world's contention. So, it's kind of a double elimination system without getting back to the what do you call it? This top side of the bracket.
You're right. Okay, that's interesting.
So everyone will play at least 2 more series. In fact, and one team will play 3 more. The one team that wins semifinals but loses in final will be the only one playing 3. No, that's actually not correct. The one team that loses in semifinals and wins in the losers bracket will play 3 series as well. So might see some matchups multiple times.
If they win the semi, then they play the final.
Yeah.
And they lose the final.
Yeah, they have
to play another series.
Yeah, they have to play another series against the winner of the 2 losers of the semifinal.
That's not fair. You should just get second. If you lose the final, you came second.
Yeah, it's fair, but it's also sometimes the draw is not fair, right? Sometimes the best 2 teams play against each other in the semifinal. So this system is to prevent the second best team, so to ensure that the second best team is actually going. Because sometimes you get the first and the second best teams performing, not in terms of seeding, but in terms of performing teams against each other in the semifinal, and then the 3rd team gets to Worlds, and that's not what they want to have happen. So
yeah, I mean, in terms of the Worlds draw, I think that's fair. But like in terms of prize money distribution, if
No,
you lose
prize
the
money. I
final
think no. I think prize money is distributed.
based on that, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Because like you play an extra series to determine third place. That's fine. You have third place series, totally the 2 losers of the semi. But if you lose the final, like bit dog to lose the final and then be told you actually came third. But oh well.
Yep. But they have to win another series then. So it's win 2 series to get to Worlds, lose 2 series, and you're out of Worlds contention. That's what it's like. And right now, we might see 2 best of 5s between Loki and Flash. I think that's probably what we're looking at. I expect Loki to lose maybe even win against Flash. I think that series should be very close. Whoever wins will lose against Gum in the final anyway, in my opinion, right now, looking at the teams.
Yep.
And then,
unless, there's 2 weeks between now and playoffs, right? So who knows what innovation comes out. But based on current form, Gum looks pretty unbeatable.
And then we have DBL against the loser of Flash and Loki, so probably Loki, right? So DBL against Loki, I definitely favored Loki quite heavily.
Yeah.
And then we just get another Flash Loki series, so this might be...
I don't think DBL is even the 4th best team.
No, they are not right now.
EVOS is better than DBL.
You could even make a case that FTV right now is better than DBL. I mean, they won against them today. They won against them today.
Yeah, they beat them today. They did beat them today, so...
yeah, it's definitely pushing it overall, but I mean, DBL has not looked great in the second half of the split, so...
They definitely haven't.
Their playoffs chances don't really look too great. LL, once again, by the way, winning in a matchup he's not supposed to win, and winning by quite a big margin. He's going Conqueror Aatrox. As we have a big fight in the bot lane.
Here. High does get the little bop out. Success now separated from his team, but in the end, everyone backs off. TP committed by Dia.
He'll lose the whole wave for that.
Yeah.
Not great for him.
That's pretty bad.
TP and wave wasted for Dia, with a very slim chance of getting the kill there, so a little bit ill-advised. Oh, Parker is coming in for the kill of about 1, stacking up the spheres.
Yeah, he wants it. LL will tank, pops the ult. LL, you don't have a... Oh, good God, Parquet. Played that about as badly as he could.
Indeed, he did.
That was awful.
Yeah, that was a stat check if I've ever seen one. Too tanky. Oh, never mind, not too tanky. I can just press R and he goes down anyway.
He missed everything.
Yeah, he missed almost everything there. But he still got the first blood, so nice job, Parquet. Nice job.
Yep. And that is a good start for a Syndra. You definitely want to get your Syndra rolling if you can. I think
22 CS gold lead for LL.
Yeah, I think
CS
that one could have played that a little bit smarter and altered as the Syndra ult was used. Maybe dodged some of it. But
maybe. I think he got to dodge at least one of the Syndra spells, right? So
yeah,
I think he couldn't really do a whole lot there. He got exhausted as well, so a lot invested to get the kill. Almost failed to secure the kill because of the very bad skill shot accuracy, but in the end, they still get away with one.
Now we have to see if LL can do anything with this lead, because this is not a matchup he should be winning, but he's nearly 30 CS up now, and has that assist. So, very, very good position.
Yeah, and I'm kind of turning around on this matchup. I've seen so many Aatroxes now win against Camille in lane, especially LL is a very good Aatrox player, so he is shown as time and time again he's actually capable of winning against Camille. Actually, no.
I mean, Aatrox is the kind of champion who will just randomly win matchups.
Yeah. If he hits a few sweet spots, even if you are supposed to lose, then suddenly you have turned around all the fights because the sweet spots are just too powerful.
The Ocean Drake is picked up here by Cerberus, but they have to find a way out of the pit. It looks like they want to go out the back. High will go down immediately, though. Flawless Duet doesn't find much, but Success will go down. Do they want to try and get anything else? They're still trapped in this pit, up in the top lane, but one in a lot of trouble. The chains go down, but he walks out. LL goes for the little dash, but the hook shot is good.
They're still in the pit. They're still
They're
there.
still in this pit. They can get out. We can't just go over the wall.
Oh
But
my
Zelda's
god.
now charging forward, and down goes Thorn. And immediately following him is Zelda. Ron OP now on the run. Parquet finally just flashes over the wall.
They just stood there and looked at each other for 30 minutes. What?
What was
We
that?
cut to the top side, and very generously, the players all stopped moving, so we could look at both sides without having to look at the very small, tiny screen. So thank you for that, Cerberus and EVOS.
Yeah, it's very polite. They're thinking of the casters. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
What was that? They just stood there forever. Oh, that was hilarious.
They were just having a great time. That was so silly. But whatever. In the end, it is Cerberus that come out on top. So they picked up the dragon, even on the old kills.
And 1k gold lead at 10 minutes for Cerberus, one of the worst early game teams in the league. Good,
yeah, that's rare.
Good change. And Parquet ahead on this Syndra. It's not a good sign, because they can't actually deal with Syndra in the mid game too well. As we said before, the Irelia is not that good anymore in fighting against Syndra. Syndra can just burst her down. She had to early itemize MR, because she's too scared of the burst.
Yeah, and the other big problem, of course, is that to deal with a Syndra, you have to deal with her front line, and there's a big old Aatrox. Well, that's one way to deal with Parquet, make him use his stopwatch. Ooh, flashing away there is Dia. Doesn't want to deal with the engage of the big Ronnie. And High will pay the iron price. No, flashes over the wall. Good job. Is this not Hex Flash Alistair? What?
Okay, I think I'm back. Very sorry for that one. Hope you didn't have to experience any weird noises, because my headset just cut out. So nice. I hope.
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything, but the stream might have. Who knows? You didn't miss much in game though. Don't worry.
So yeah, okay. I should be back. Sorry for that one. My headset just decided to not work anymore. So now it has to be adjusted.
Yep, but here is a little bit of a fight around Shelly. Thorn wants to go in for the steal. He immediately goes into the Zhonya's because he was getting absolutely ruined. Has to flash away from LL. DivKid throws himself into the back line. Parquet going very low, and he does go down. LL in the middle of the enemy team. His ult is already timed out, so he should go down momentarily.
Yeah, he tried absolutely everything there, but sadly, the Aatrox not too sticky, and he didn't get to kill all the very, very low targets in the enemy team. Only got to do more AoE damage, and everyone just walked up. Okay, give me a little bit of AoE damage.
Dia's caught. This isn't great. Has to land this flawless duet. How did that not hit? That looked like it should have. And success. That was a bad axe throw, champ.
Was the ult from Success still running? No, it was not. So really weird interaction there. I really thought the flawless jet should hit there, as he said as well. Yeah. Strange to see, but in the end, does not really do a whole lot.
Not punished at all. And Cerberus will reset. Rift Herald was not claimed by either team after that little scrap, but EVOS getting a nice fight for themselves, clawing their way back. Still 900 gold down. Not too horrible a situation, but still definitely favourable for Cerberus.
Yeah. 13 minutes in, a little lead for Cerberus, nice to see, but definitely good fight back for EVOS to come back into the game, not give this series up early on in the game, but Cerberus once again the first to group around this Rift Herald is still not gone down. Not enough time to get the turret plating, so EVOS is not really interested in contesting this Rift Herald. It's not too valuable anymore. Probably a good call, especially because the bot lane actually in the meantime gets a few platings for themselves. So actually a trade up for EVOS, and you can see it in the gold. It's back to almost even gold because EVOS actually used the map positioning and successfully got a lot of turret platings in the bot lane.
This should be first turret though in the top lane. Rift Herald will be summoned up. Oh no, they're not even going to bother summoning Shelly. Probably should, but
yeah, they still can.
Ooh.
They didn't want to waste time because they wanted to secure another turret plating, but now the turret plating has fallen, so can just go for the turret kill anyway. Summoned.
Yep.
It's not summoned yet, so they can actually try to break the mid lane turret as well with his Shelly now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the there was a good article I saw. I can't remember who wrote it actually, talking about the how to use a post 14-minute Rift Herald, and the best way to do it is just to break pressure. If you're getting pressured off the map, you can just drop a Rift Herald because your opponent has to respond to it.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. Maybe
You
they
can just
want to
put it in
reserve it for
play.
this long.
Yeah.
Right now they actually have the pressure on almost all the lanes, so they don't really have to break the pressure. They can actually use it to
Yeah,
pressure
that's
even
right.
more, maybe in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's very true. But it's probably not going to be relevant this game because there's no dragon or anything coming up, as we did just see EVOS securing the Ocean Drake. But it's something to keep in mind. It's something you can do with Rift Herald is you can just like drop it in the top lane and then go to dragon, and the Rift Herald won't do much, but someone has to answer it. So
Yeah, so you create the same situation that exists once the inhibitor goes down, right? The pushing
essentially,
side waves even without investing resources, because you get the push anyway with the with the super minions or with the Rift Herald. So the enemy has to respond to something where you don't have to be. So yeah, very good
yep.
point.
But EVOS will summon it. Sorry, Cerberus will summon it up in the mid lane, and when the fight breaks out, Zeldris immediately goes into the ult. The feathers are still there. Bound up, but one. He's taking so much damage, but flashes out to safety. High now, the target of Cerberus. Success, very low, but goes into the Zonyas. I think you want to back off there, champ. You died of basically anything. Dia, the next one. I don't know if the stream's a little bit laggy for you, but on my end, it's not doing great.
No, it actually looks quite
Okay,
normal to me. So maybe
okay.
it's
Just a
just your
little
internet once again plaguing
Yeah,
us.
probably.
Look at the gold lead, the CS lead, I should say, for LL. It has grown even further. The but one has not been able to collect a lot of the minions in the side lane, and now it's 56 CS lead at 16 minutes, even greater than the CS lead we saw in the third game. I think the second game, right, in the earlier series between FTB and DBL. Suddenly we
Yep.
looked at the top lane and there was a 50 CS lead and the 4 level lead. Level lead, not too relevant this game, only 1 level, but at least the CS lead is still there. This is a very strong Aatrox for LL.
Yeah, it is. LL is having a fantastic game so far.
Did your stream reset again? Or do we want to?
No, I'm good.
Okay, that's good to
Should be
see.
fine. Yep, but 2k gold lead just about for Cerberus. See what they can do with it. There's again no real objectives on the map at the moment. They've broken all of the outer turrets. They're not really in a position to take any inners yet, so they will just be farming it up, looking for power spikes.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do on the map, as you said. It's a little bit of a lull state. And 2 minutes, there will be Mountain Drake that will be eyed by Cerberus, and they should set up a little bit of control around the dragon. But we actually seen very bad vision control today overall, I think, especially around objectives. Not a whole lot of the teams actually bother setting up the vision control, which is a little bit sad to see. But to be fair, we saw 4 of the not so great teams of the VCS play today. So kind of understandable. Still not a great look for the league overall. There's no vision invested now in the dragon area, even though the Baron dragon will be important in 1 minute. No vision ward. There was 1 vision ward in the inventory of anyone not support for Cerberus, so they have to work on something there. Not the greatest.
Yeah, they definitely need to go back. We definitely need to see the Cerberus players going back to base, picking up some of those red wards. They are probing into the enemy jungler here, enemy jungle, I should say. High tries to start it out. Cast doesn't work out with the battle dance. High stunned up, but he'll get
Immediately
away.
has to
Pop that
pull the
out.
trigger on the ult. So now on the next dragon fight, he'll not be too useful. Level 7 Alistair without his ult will just melt to anything. So can look for 1 cool engage and then immediately die. So has to make the hero play happen for his team.
1 engage can change everything, though.
Absolutely. So yeah, 30 seconds until the next little bit of action will hit us. Maybe it's just the free secure for Cerberus, because definitely looks like they own the map right now around the Dragon Pit.
So disappointing. I just want something to happen.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Yep, I'm sure we will. Someone has to eventually break, right? So Ron, having a scout, doesn't see any wards. There are, in fact, no wards for him to find.
And Saul is close, so he might look for a seal. Nope, he's not looking for a
Nope.
seal. So this is a
Yeah,
very
fair enough.
free Mountain Drake for Cerberus. Looking at their Baron potential, it's not the greatest, not the worst. It's okay. It's not super fast. I think this Mountain Drake might actually help them a lot because it
Yeah,
changes
yeah.
from a pretty bad Baron team to an average Baron team, which is a great sign for Cerberus, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I do feel like the way this game is playing out, though, we'll see Cerberus just having full pressure around the Baron, and it won't matter a huge amount how fast they take it,
Yeah,
because they'll just have control.
that's a good point. Yeah.
But it could definitely change, and we could see EVOS fighting back a little bit harder.
So
Hopefully,
as we enter
not
this little state, and this series is not too super important anyway, let's. I want to hear your prediction for today's NA LCS quarterfinal matchup.
who's playing?
I think Optic against CLG.
CLG. I think CLG is legitimately good.
Do you think they'll
I
just
think CLG.
3-0?
Probably 3-1. I don't like betting on 3-0s. You never know. I think 3-1.
Yeah, probably. It's CLG, right?
I
They'll
think
they'll they'll find a way to
you
throw
have to
away
be.
at least one
You
game.
have to be super dominant to 3-0. Because, like, something will get pulled out and you'll just get caught
I
off
think
guard.
it's
And then,
actually pretty likely 3-0 though, because both teams play the same play style, and CLG is just better. So we might see 3 close games, and still
yeah, true.
3-0. So
Yeah, I
let's see.
just don't like betting on 3-0s,
Yeah,
so I'll
I
still
can
say
understand why.
3-1. But I think your analysis is right. I actually think CLG is, like, legitimately good. I think they could make the final.
Yeah.
I
Now
mean, they're not going to win the final. Liquid is by far the best team in NA, but I do think they're
will be a
exceptional.
very interesting semi-final, definitely next week with C9 against CLG over there. We have the last week of regular season play in EU next week. We still don't know the schedule for the playoffs in Vietnam. Hopefully next week will be a pause, so we get
Yeah,
to start the
I've heard
playoffs.
there's two. That's what some people are saying, that there's two. Like, that playoffs will be 2 weeks from now.
Yep, I've heard that as well, but we have not seen anything confirmed or denied, so we'll have to wait and see for the playoff schedule.
That we will.
And we have many more best of fives than we had in the last split, because it's now a playoff format with semifinals, with finals, with kind of a losers bracket, as we alluded to earlier. So many great postseason games to watch. I'm especially keen on watching Loki against Flash multiple times against each other. I think that should be a very
Yeah,
good and very close series.
absolutely.
Could go either way. Right now,
I think if they were to play right now, low key's better, but
yep,
it's close.
I'd say so too. And I think if Flash has enough time to improve, so I think Flash's
Yeah, I mean,
potential is higher. Their players overall, in my opinion, are a little bit better.
they've got time to practice and develop strats and the like. So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure they'll be
come
fine.
playoffs,
But,
Flash should come in as a slight favorite, but not
yeah,
by a huge margin. So
yeah, it's very close. Ooh, Zell just has to flash away.
right
Does
now,
manage it. LL's here though. Div Kid, you're in trouble. There's a Darkin on your head. Down goes Div Kid. Dia 1 as well, getting caught by Ron, but doing a lot of damage in return onto success. That's what happens when you pop Ragnarok. You're a squishy boy. LL is chasing down a cow. He wants some prime rib. He wants that steak.
and he gets it.
Yum yum.
I
Now
think
I've made myself
Aatrox, especially on this skin, when he uses his Q and chains his Q, looks like he's dancing, or at least performing some kind of wild dance, because it's very interesting moves and very telegraphed
yeah,
as well, right? It looks very practiced. It's not surprising. It's not.
yeah, totally. I still think the best Aatrox analogy I've heard was I think it was today when I was watching some LCK on the train before I started watching this stream. I think it was LS was talking about the Prestige Blood Moon skin and called him an oversized moth, which was very accurate.
Oh, Aatrox is an interesting champion.
Yeah,
Will he get nerfs for Worlds?
I'm not sure
I'm not
because
sure.
think about, like, because they don't want to massively change the meta before Worlds. They've said that, right? They've said this is pretty much the meta we want to head into Worlds. We'll tune things, but we're not going to do anything to drastically change it. Okay, fine. If you just like deleted Aatrox, that would drastically change the meta.
I mean, apparently they want to nerf Corki very, very hard. So I mean, that would shape the matters a lot. I've heard rumors of Corki nerfs that are beyond the stretch of the. It's
You
so.
mean the base stat nerf?
Yeah,
You
it's
mean the base
ridiculous.
stat
The nerf is
level?
insane.
Yeah, I thought that the comparison with Caitlyn was
Yeah.
so apt.
Yeah.
Caitlyn gained 2 AD and went up 4% win rate. Oh, LL's gonna die. Don't know what he was doing there, but he's dead. That's a shutdown. Yeah, Caitlyn gained 4% win rate from getting 2 AD, and Corki's slated to lose about 18 AD
Yeah,
or something
insane.
like that. Like he's just dead.
They really just want to kill Corki. And I mean, fair enough. A world championship without Corki is
does
almost
seem
unimaginable.
Yeah. I remember way back in the day, like season 2 and 3, every Worlds you talk about, because it's just interesting to see how far we've come, that you'd always talk about the trinity of AD carries.
Yeah. Ezreal, Graves, and Corki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the old times.
Two of them don't even go bot anymore.
I mean, there was a Corki bot lane in the Fnatic
but
game.
He's not really a bot laner.
No,
In goes Ron. He wants to find something. The stun from Parquet misses entirely, but it's not going to matter too much.
So on what is this stopwatch?
He just wants to look cool. He
I
goes
guess.
gold for a little bit.
He wanted to get his
that,
MVP. Is definitely not getting the MVP for this series. Not looking great for EVOS.
EVOS has already gone on vacation.
Yeah.
It'll be a Baron for an inner turret, but one. He is looking at his team saying, lads, what are you doing?
Just don't die. I'm split pushing. I got this.
Yeah. Don't die, Ice Gale.
Oh, the classic.
That's what you want from your Udyr, who then spends 60 minutes in the jungle.
I know this one from my AP Shyvanas in the jungle. Those are the best kind of people.
AP Shyvana is so much fun.
It's so
I've played
freaking useless though.
No, it's not. The E in Dragon form is a chump.
Yeah, the problem is, whenever you win with AP Shyvana, your team won the game anyway, and you're just there, the icing on the cake, contributing nothing to team
absolutely.
fights. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, in fact, she's absolutely useless.
No, exactly correct. But she's fun.
Not for the team, though. Not for the team. I mean, I expect very little from my junglers, but yeah, AP Shyvana is something else.
Shyvana in general is not in a good place.
Shyvana can at least go for level 6 fights if she's not AP.
Really?
She's still strong, kind of.
Kind of. And Parquet getting knocked in. Zeldris immediately gets focused down by Div Kid, goes into the stopwatch, and Dia1 will pick up that second kill. Just the 2 men from Cerberus just completely caught out.
Hey, we throw at the other side, because it would be too unfair if we just gave the game over to Cerberus for a throw for EVOS. So Cerberus has to be has good manners and gives the throw over there.
Cerberus, please win.
This reminds me of the.
Please win, Cerberus.
Do you know when it's soccer or football for Europeans?
Is it not soccer in Germany? Is it not football in Germany?
It is football here.
Okay.
Yeah, it is football.
Okay.
Yeah, but when one of the teams has an injury and they kick the ball out of the field, the other team gets the how's it called in English? The throw. Throw in. Yeah.
Throw in.
And they just throw it back to the enemy team. So that's what this game looks like. So.
Yep.
He was tripped over and shoot the ball out of the field, and then Cerberus was very kind and threw the ball back to them, because it would be too unfair to just profit from the injury on EVOS's brain machine, I guess.
I'm still a little bit mad about the last time I watched a game of football. Still not happy. It's not very big in Australia. We've got our own football league. But it's not soccer. It's Australian rules football.
Oh, okay.
But
okay. But
it's our own.
Football,
It's
like the
not,
Australian football team is not bad, right? It's not
We're not
great, but
terrible.
it's
Yeah,
not
the
it's not.
Socceroos are all right. Yeah, we're not bad. We're all right. But every time the World Cup's on, if we're in it, which we have been quite a lot recently,
I mean,
people get around it. I stayed up to watch a few of the games. We played against France in the last one.
yeah.
I don't know if you watched the game. I don't know why you would. You're not Australian. But I stayed up to watch it. And we were winning. It was great. It was like, oh my god, we might actually win this game. We could beat France, and if we beat France, we had a pretty good chance of getting out of groups. And then France got a penalty, and they only got it because of the video review system that they brought in. That was a bit controversial. And then you looked at the video, and you see the tackle coming in. It's in slow mo, going frame by frame. Australian player's foot only touches the ball.
Oh, they got the penalty.
It's not a penalty.
Yeah, I mean,
They got the penalty anyway.
that's why
I was
we were watching
furious.
esports, because everything is
I was fuming.
everything is. We can check the tapes here. We can go back. We can
Exactly.
chrono break. We don't have to rely on some idiot making a call on the video screen. Like, there have been so many weird and bad calls the last year. Like,
Yeah.
so many controversies in Champions League, in Bundesliga, wherever. So many problems in football, and I mean,
Yeah, it's every sport though. It's just human error.
I like to watch sports where everything is very clear.
I do. Yeah. I agree. It's always a bit of but one should be able to get this inhibitor turret, as we do sort of meander off because this game's not particularly interesting. He's going to get the inhib here.
Which Bundesliga club is my favorite? I actually think Bundesliga is insanely boring to watch, so I don't really care about Bundesliga. And you have to pay for it in Germany, so no one actually watches it. It's not a very interesting league. I like to follow the English and the Spanish league more, because whatever, Bayern wins anyway. So what? Like, why would I bother watching?
Because of my family is really into football, so
I think Premier League is more interesting as well. Cool players.
There's an interesting rule. I won't explain Australian rules football because I'd be here for an hour. But when you know how in football, in soccer, if you kick it out, you can do it on purpose. That's not against the rules.
Yeah.
In Australian rules football, if you kick it out, it is actually against the rules if you do it on purpose. You're not allowed to. It's called doing it deliberately. But that call is made by the ref. So there's been some absolutely ridiculous calls. Nice. I remember there was one where a guy
always love when the rules are very ambiguous. Yeah.
Exactly. There was a game where there was like about a minute left in the game. One team needed a goal to win. And it's not like football. You kick lots of goals in Australia. And the guy just absolutely threw the ball on his foot and just bombed it out of his defense. He kicked it about 80 meters or something. Flew it out, just absolutely torqued it. And it bounced a few times and then went over the boundary and they called it deliberate. It's like, mate, he couldn't hit the side of a barn when he's kicking it 80 meters. He was just putting it on the boot.
By the way, Cerberus just got the Baron. Yeah, I wanted
Cerberus just got Baron.
Nice.
But one.
We are on the same page here. No, he just wants to go bot lane all the time. Nothing happened for the last 5 minutes, so our talk about football and Australian rules football definitely had its place, because talking about League of Legends right now in this game is
it's a bit boring.
Not too interesting, sadly.
Not a lot going on here.
What are your favorite individual sports, like 1v1 or something like that? Not team
I like
sports.
Tennis.
I like tennis
really
as well.
like tennis.
Who's your favorite tennis player?
Probably. I mean, this is super cliche, but Federer.
Federer? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Because my dad's always loved Federer, and then I watch a lot of tennis.
I actually love to watch Nadal on clay.
Yeah.
Except for his games. How do you call it in English? When he has the first hit.
His service.
Obviously service. Yeah, his service games are annoying because he takes 30 seconds for every service.
Yeah, he takes a long time.
My God.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky enough to go watch Federer play in the Australian Open final.
Oh,
so that's
cool.
played in my city.
Nice.
so it's almost always in Melbourne.
Son, what did you just do there? Son?
Hello, Son?
What was that? He's definitely not getting the MVP today. That's for sure. Okay. Congratulations, Levi and Heejin, for getting the series for getting the split MVP, because Son is not having it. My God, what was that?
Son is not having a good series. And this will be Cerberus picking up an inhib. Can they push to finish?
But one is still split pushing, by the way. No worries,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
I got this one. I got this one.
Oh, they want it. They'll get the first Nexus turret. High's been chunked out as well. Can they find a way in? Parquet's really, really low in the back. But one really wants to find him. But High goes down. But two go back. Parquet and Zeldris are down. But it's not going to matter, as 4 are dead for EVOS. And Cerberus will be the last winners of the regular season of the VCS.
Can we all get a big boo for EVOS not even going for meme compositions and still losing 0-2 to Cerberus? Like, please, what's that?
Like,
yeah,
EVOS,
seriously.
This game meant nothing. If you're going to lose 0-2, at least pick something fun so we don't talk about real sport.
Yeah, great end to the season for Cerberus, obviously. They're still locked in last place. And as you can see, they are all great friends with Son, because they were on the same team. So Son was the jungler for Cerberus last split. They barely missed players. Now Son once again barely misses players on the 5th place team. 2 splits in a row. Very unfortunate for him. But
very bad luck for him.
Definitely did not deserve to win this particular game on these Gragas. Whatever he did there in the last engage, that was not great. Forgot to press his Sonias, forgot to press all his buttons, just stood still for a while and died. Okay, he really didn't want to play anymore, which is fair, because EVOS, as he said so many times, has nothing to play for. They are now entering their vacation and can't really do a whole lot until January, February. We don't really know when VCS will resume next year.
But it's not for quite some time, so... that's it, I guess. That is the summer split. We hope you've all enjoyed it tonight. This last game was a little bit of a downer to end on.
The whole season, not the season, luckily. The season was very interesting. The whole series was not the most exciting one, but I mean, we knew it. This was for nothing. We hoped for a few meme compositions. Sadly, we got 2 snooze fests, but now it's over. We had a very interesting series in the morning, so at least we get one very cool series today. Yesterday we had Gum against Flash, and that was the series to watch. If you want to have some more interesting, better VCS action, go back and watch that series, because I think that was the highlight of the week.
Yep.
Low-key against Flash comes to mind as well, with the 3 TFT comps. Cool watch as well, especially game 1. Very fun.
Yeah, definitely watch game 1. Game 2 and 3, if you're a Flash fan, definitely go watch them, but maybe not if you're a low-key fan. But one last thing we have to do is pick an MVP for this final game. I was barely watching.
I have to admit, I don't know.
I zoned out a bit. That was.
I think Ronop had a good, had a very good Rakan game. No?
Yeah. Let's give it to Ronop. Why not?
I liked Ronop's play. I'll shout out to LL as well, but he has gotten prior MVP, so at least let's give one over to Ronop, who has not gotten an MVP on our stream the whole season. To be fair, Cerberus has not gotten a whole lot of MVPs, so yeah. And they're still...
They have not got...
I think they now hit the 10th game victory in the split, so that's a nice success for them. They are heading to relegations as the last place team from the VCS, together with QG. But I think Cerberus is probably still fine. I'd favor them to get back. Their players are still good enough to probably defend against challenger level players. And I'd expect them to re-qualify for the VCS.
Sure. Well, that is going to be us for 2 weeks, we think. We'll have to find out exactly when the playoffs start.
We can stay on it for 1 minute more to see if they give us this schedule, because most of the time they pronounce the schedule at the end of the stream. So as we got the 2-0,
Yep.
I think we can probably fill in for a few more minutes as Ron P gets interviewed, deservedly so,
Yeah,
and gets the
he
cool
gets
energy
the special
box.
boy box.
Yeah,
He gets the special boy box.
match winner.
Which is nice for him. I mean, I'm kind of confused because if it's meant to be for the whole team, that's not a big enough box for 5 cans.
Yeah, that's true.
So is it? But it's also way too big for one. So are they just loading up Ron OP? Like,
Maybe it's actually bigger than you. Maybe it's just enough place for 5 cans.
I mean, he'd have to have think about how many cans can you hold in your hand? Like 2?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 if you really wangle it.
That's
Look how
true.
big
That's true.
his hand is.
But look at how thick the box is. I think if there are
That's
2
true.
cans close to each other, then
Maybe
it's
maybe. I mean,
8
this
or
is
something in there. Who knows? I actually have no idea.
Regardless, I don't want what's in it.
No, no. Give me the
Energy.
pure
No,
Coca-Cola. I don't want the energy part.
Yeah. Fine with normal Coke, but maybe not as an energy drink. Don't need that guarana. It's not good for you.
I mean, the Coke is not good for you either, but not as bad for you.
That's very true. It's awful for you, but that's never stopped me before. I don't know why I'd start now.
Who do you think would be your week 7 player of the week?
My God, I'd almost have to pull up the games. They all blend together.
We gave 2 MVPs to Big Koro this week, 2 to Slay.
Yeah, I was thinking about Big Koro, but I was like, is Big Koro just recency bias because it was today?
Yeah, and I mean he still lost the game to FTV, right?
Exactly, and he lost.
And their week was Cerberus and FTV, and they went 1-1. I don't think we can really give it to anyone on DBL for that, right?
No, definitely not. It's hard. I mean, Slay was really good. He's always really good.
Slay could be one candidate.
Yeah, Slay's definitely
I think Gum was the only team going 2-0 this week, right? So we kind of have to give it to Gum. There was no single outstanding player for any other team.
Yeah.
So shout out to Rika, who got 2 MVPs as well. But overall, let's lock it down for Slay, who has played an impeccable support season for his team. Definitely the best support, in my opinion, here in the VCS. And after his role swap, that's a great feat, right? Swapping the roles to support and immediately popping off on the new role. It's great to see Slay succeed and coming in with his team as the big favorite for the title and the #1 spot heading into Worlds for the VCS.
Yep. And I mean, we've said this before, like, Gum genuinely has like a real chance at Worlds. To impress, obviously not to win.
Not to win.
To impress.
That
would be.
Yeah, to impress. I think they're gonna impress. I'd like to think that they have a chance of getting out of groups. Obviously, it depends a lot on the group draw. I think they.
It absolutely depends on the group draw, but I think if they get like a little bit of a soft group, they can absolutely make it out.
And they can be dangerous in best of ones against a lot of teams. Their aggressive playstyle can catch you off guard if you don't prepare enough for Gum, and maybe they bring out a different configuration of maybe you prepared for Kiaya mid and Zero's top, and then they play Kiaya top and Yoshino mid, and you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's
very possible, right? Maybe they can catch some more defensive team off guard, maybe a Splice or something, loses the game to Gum because Gum plays too fast for them.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible, and I mean that'd be huge for the VCS in general. Just getting a little bit more prestige, being because at the moment people sort of think of Turkey as the the premier minor region.
You think
so? A lot of time when you talk to people, that's what I get from talking to people.
Wow, that's sad. VCS consistently outperforms
TCL. Exactly. It's perception though. It's about perception.
I think it's because all the big name Korean players go over to Turkey and then fail on international stage anyway.
Turkey pay a lot. I don't know like how the Turkish orgs have so much money, but they pay a lot.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the VCS can't really keep up with that, unfortunately.
And also the second seed has a good chance at getting to the group stage, in my opinion, as well. If they get a good draw in the best of 5, maybe the LMS3, maybe even NA3, there could be a chance of making it into groups for Flash or Loki, who are the most probable teams of getting there. DBL right now does not really look like a contender. Maybe they can change something about their play, and let's see what the
Yeah, we'll have to
VCS.
see.
Do they give us the
Hopefully we
schedule
get.
here?
Well, let's just see if we get through the ads. We've seen this animation for Prestige Ireli. Did you guys know that Prestige Mecha Ireli is coming? Wow. Oh god. We might not be getting the schedule because we've gone back to the standings.
That's unfortunate. We just talked nonsense for the
we'll have to
last
play it.
5 minutes for nothing then.
We'll have to play it by ear. Most people are saying it's going to be 2 weeks, so that will be when we see you next. But we'll know, and if you see us streaming, that means it's in a week.
Yeah, if we there could be something happening outside of the normal VCS streaming times. We're still thinking about maybe discussing our series, our MVPs for the split and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for alerts for following our channel. And thank you all for watching.
Absolutely. See you guys.